Yeah, very special moments for Thames Rowing Club to have these crews. They've always had strong women's programmes, but now it's going so well for them to get these two clubs, these two eights here going off the start.
So it's going to be Thames on Thames matchup. 18 athletes from the Thames Rowing Club programme here getting underway with these 2,112 metres. And we actually saw even more Thames crews in the quarterfinals, right? We had Thames D and Thames C facing off against both of these guys in yesterday's draw, and a Thames semi-final as well. So in total, 36 athletes from the Thames Rowing Club women's programme in the quarterfinals, Greg. What an amazing achievement.
Amazing achievement for the club. And we watched yesterday, and actually the Thames B crew only just managed to overhaul the Thames C crew, so it shows just the strength and depth that they have, and that they're used to getting out on the tideway. They're used to battle paddling, being side by side and working it out every single stroke. They know what these kind of match races, these duels feel like, and it is the A crew in front of us in the yellow boat who are getting the advantage here, as you would expect. They're the ones who are making a big statement and trying to get themselves out to that length lead.
Yeah, and the A crew have had such a successful few weeks. They've been on the bounce through Champ 8s at Wallingford Regatta, Champ 8s at Met Regatta. They also were finalists in the Championship 8s at Henley Women's Regatta. So this outfit is probably one of the strongest domestic women's 8s in the country, and they've got two of them, which is just astounding.
Yeah, they're very proud of their performance this year, not been beaten by anyone except the Penn crew that's come over from the US, so they're pleased with what they've done. I had a chance to talk to Tintin Stutter, who sits in the coxswain seat of this A crew, and she told me a little bit about the culture that they've created. And when I asked her what was it all about, she said it was happy and it was fast. And that's the way they work. They get competitive, but it's a healthy competition, I think. They respect and they push each other on.
Yeah, and you can absolutely see that from the calibre that we've got here in this semi-final, that you need a squad like this to push on the standard, right? If you've got athletes that are trying to knock on the door of making the first 8, it's going to bring everyone else with them, and that's how we've ended up with this flooding of Thames athletes in this Wargrave Challenge Cup event.
Yeah, although I've got to say, Camilla, it says something for the strength of the programme that you can actually have 4 8s that are still going. A lot of programmes, maybe you've only got enough coaching or enough launches or enough support to have 1 or 2 crews going. The ability to have 4 crews going just says something pretty special about what they must have going on there.
Yeah, and again, I think another really nice touch that I think you'd mentioned to me, Greg, was that, you know, the boat that the A crew are rowing in is named after a long-time volunteer at the club, which is absolutely awesome to see.
Yeah, when they spoke to me about that culture, they said just how they work together, and it's Joanne Harris, whose name is written on the A boat, and that she's been a long-term volunteer supporter of the Thames Rowing Club, 15 more years that she's been working and helping them get in these positions.
And a huge thank you to Joanne as well. You can see here the name will come past us as Jo Harris. There it is on the left-hand side of your picture. What a wonderful touch there. And a big thank you to Jo, actually, for sending me that fact about the 50-year anniversary of women's rowing being introduced to the club. I think that that is really made this, it's elevated this semi-final to be that little bit more special, hasn't it?
Yeah, very special day for Thames Rowing Club, and it's Thomas Mapp who's coached this A crew, who's got this system working, and you've got to be so proud of what you're doing when you're seeing your crews out there, and the Thames members, I'm sure, will be so delighted to see this. And like you say, we see the name of on the boat again there now, a nice picture we've got of Jo Harris, and I'm sure she and all the other volunteers, all the other coaches, people who make this happen, are going to be so happy to see this.
Yeah, big thank you, Jo. And as I say, this 50-year anniversary, it notes when Thames Rowing Club joined with the United Universities Boat Club. That's the exact day today, here on the 1st of July, that these clubs merged, which allowed women to be part of the Thames Rowing Club. And look how far we've come. You know, this is only the third year of this event, having started in 2021, the Wargrave Challenge Cup. And we've got 2 extremely good crews. This is Thames B now that we've got on the screen. Some of these athletes, Eve Caro in the bow seat, a two-time previous Henley Royal Regatta contender, and joined by Anna Terry in the stroke seat, who's raced at this regatta 4 times before. So still loads of experience, even in the B crew.
Yeah, loads of experience in the B crew. They'll know what it's like to, like you say, be in a side-by-side race. They'll know what battle paddling feels like, getting crews out and just working side by side. Apparently they do the same training program. Everyone's in it together. It's very transparent in the system, which I always think makes it easier for the coaches when they know that everyone's stepping up to the same level. But of course they've all got their jobs, they've all got their lives they're getting on with around this. So they were saying it's how good we are on our bad days as well as how good we are on our good days. So I guess by toughing out those bad days where they might have been at work, but then they come together at that Thames Rowing Club in Putney and tough it out through some difficult sessions in the gym, on the water. When they can do it there, then they earn the right to have these glory days on the water like this.
Yeah, they're taking the rating down now. They'll have the final in mind, I'm sure. Maybe not right now, but certainly. And actually, do you know what? There is Jo Harris. Sorry, I've just spotted that she's on the launch behind this crew. That is Jo Harris right there, who we've been talking about, that the boat is named after, who sent us these lovely facts. How wonderful is that she sat on that launch? And
you just see the pride etched across her face as she sits there and sees that A crew looking so good in that yellow boat. As we say, cruising now. They're in control of this. They're going to be able to think about it tomorrow. They'll be able to enjoy this moment. There's not that many times you get to feel this in control on a Saturday, but the B crew are not letting them have it their own way. There's no team orders going on in this one. The B crew are going to take them all the way, I'm sure. Yeah, the B crew are going to want to really make the most of these final few strokes on the course for 2023. They'll be back, I am sure of it, to try their best either to step into the A boat or, as again, qualify as many boats as possible like they have done this year. And you know, the B boats are still running all the way through the regatta enclosure at a very decent pace. Yeah, 38 strokes a minute from the B boat, still picking the pace up in front of the enclosures. They're not going to go down without a fight. And here we go, coming past this progress board marking. It'll be 10 strokes for the B boat. It'll probably only be about 5 for the A boat because they're at that lower rate of striking. So their boat's gliding its way in between those strokes onto the finish line. Yeah, there will be the final few strokes here in not quite the glorious evening sun we had about an hour ago, but certainly, you know, nice conditions here, beautiful flat water for this Thames A crew to once again challenge for the title defence in the Wargrave Challenge Cup. And a big round of applause for their B crew. A historic day for Thames women, for Thames Rowing Club women, who will cheer each other on through the line. Cheering each other on as they should. Massive mutual respect, massive celebrations. Great day for Thames Rowing Club. That women's programme really delivering, performing. You work all through the winter for days like this. Well done to all of them.